Welcome to Insight TV with Apostle Egosin. Don't forget, anytime I come through Insight TV, I come with an important information. But today, by the grace of God, I come with a question. I come with a what? A question. And that question is this: where are you looking for that greener pasture? Where are you? Where are you now? Looking for that greener pasture. I want to bring out something very, very important. Behind every reaction, there is an action. Behind every reaction, there is an action. Behind whatever any man or woman is doing today, there is something that moves him to do that. I come to help you to think twice about your decision on where you are now and what you are doing to get a greener pasture. Where are you looking for that greener pasture? What are you doing to get greener pasture? It's very, very important. What moves you to be looking for this greener pasture in this way you are looking for it? These are the things I want to find out. I don't have rights to tell you what to do in your life. But by the grace of God, God has sent me to help you to think twice on some decisions you have made. To make some decisions. To think about the decisions you have made. God has sent me. I'm one of the agents that God has sent in order to help men to think straight. Many people are in different places looking for greener pasture. A lot of people. But I just want to bring out what I think that should be the reason why you are looking for this greener pasture in that manner you are looking for it. Sometimes men will begin to ask you, are you with your eyes? Some will tell you that this young man is not doing this thing with his eyes. Some will tell you that this young lady is not doing this thing with her eyes. But there is something I'm thinking that should be the reason why you are looking for this greener pasture the way you are looking for it. There is something I am thinking. And those things is this. Number one, I think it is the way you suffered hunger when you are growing from your father's house. The way you people suffered hunger. Number two, I think is the way you people was insulted and embarrassed because of money. I hope you always remember how your uncle openly collected your father's land from your father just because your father don't have money and your father don't have anybody to speak for him. I know that these are the things that when you remember it, you vow, you see this money, I must make it. I also think, you know, you are intelligent, very, very intelligent, but nobody could help you to go to school. Despite your uncles was rich, who's supposed to help you to go to school. I know you see your mates on different levels and different class. The same people you're supposed to graduated with. The same people you're supposed to finish secondary school or even finish primary with. And the man or the woman who's supposed to help you, who happens to be your uncle, was there and couldn't help you. These are the things that when you remember it, in fact, when you remember this thing, your mind your heart got broken. There is one more thing. I know you always remember how your mother or your father died. When there are some people around who's supposed to bring money to save his or her life. Even that your brother that died last, I know there are people who's supposed to be of help to save that your brother. But nobody could render help. And that was why you lost your brother. I know. You also always, it is on your memory. Sometimes Satan will play it. Sometimes you just remember it. You begin to imagine that time when you were small. When it's about to rain. When it is about to rain, your mother will be crying. And every member of the family will begin to cry. Because of what? There is no roof. There is roof in that building, but all of them is leaking. When rain is falling, others are enjoying the rain, but you and your mom and your dad and the family members, everybody is up using your cup and the plate and one more thing or the other in order to fetch the water, not to be pouring. Sometimes you'll be sleeping, your mom will be awake holding plates and basin so that the water will not be pouring on you guys. I know that all these things are heartbroken situations. I know. It happens to me. This is why when I lost my mom, because I saw what my mom went through, and I promised her, Mom, I'm going to make you proud. I'm going to make sure that you don't remember what we went through when we were small. I know there are many things you do remember that makes you to always feel bad. But can I borrow just a little of your time to talk to you? Can I borrow just a minute of your time? A minute of your time to talk to you. Just give me more 3 minutes. I'm going to be done. I will be through. Now, all these things are the things that moves you to be looking for this greener pasture the way you are looking for it. I know. They are very, very painful. But I want to ask you, if you are a young man and you are on the street with a gun on your hands, you are an armed robber, and you decided to get the money by all means in order to make mama happy, in order to make papa happy. You want to make two of them happy. You want to make your siblings happy. Whenever you enter your father's house and enter your father's compound, you don't feel good. And you decided the only way to get it is by handling gun. Do you know it's not a good decision? You are trying to make mom happy. You are trying to make dad happy. But do you know that along the line of trying to make them happy, with what you are doing to make them happy, do you know you can make them to cry more than the way they have cried before? I hope you don't understand what I mean. Do you know along the line you are trying to get the money to make mom and to make dad happy? Do you know that anything can happen and you will die? At that time, the hope that your mom built on you, the hope that your dad builds on you, that you are the one that is going to restore their joy. Do you see that you have helped to cause them more pains and more sorrow? Do you see? Because I know, and I really want you to know, that gun you are carrying, you should know is 50-50. You should know. It's 50 what? 50. And it's true that life is all about risk. But there are risks that are meant to take. There are ones that are not meant to take. Where are you looking for this greener pasture? Where are you? Where are you? What if something happens to you? Do you know that mama is counting on you? Do you know that that eyes your mom is seeing you anytime you go home, despite you did not come with anything? It gives that woman some lives. It adds to her years. Do you know? Do you know? I want you to sit down and just think about what I am saying. Think about it. Along the line of trying to make mom happy, you can make them to cry, and they might even die because of your death. As a young lady, where are you now? Where are you now looking for greener pasture? Where are you? Looking for greener pasture. Where are you? Can you believe me that there are some young girls at the age of 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20 years on the street today doing hookup, doing harlot? I don't blame them, but I want to help you to think twice. I want to help you to think twice. I want to ask you, you want to make mom happy? You want to make dad happy? That's very, very wonderful. That's very, very wonderful. But along the line, you are trying to make dad happy. You are trying to make mom happy. Somebody took you from here, or somebody just called you on the phone. You went there. After discussing for a deal, how much is going to pay you after the night run. And you know you have strength, you can do it, no matter how many days. But along the line, you lose your life, or you lost your life along that journey. And you were brought home. You were brought home. Probably the people hide from your parents what kills you. Do you know that any time that your mates are coming back for Christmas and your mom remember that you're supposed to come back but you are dead, do you know that it is an indelible mark in your mother's and your father's heart that cannot heal easily? Do you know? It's an indelible mark. I have received so many calls from some girls in Libya, in so many other countries, South Africa, in too many other places. I have received too many calls. I have too many of them in my WhatsApp group. Some was telling me, when I was giving her prophecy, I tell her, I see you. You are into this, you are into that. They will tell me, yes, I want to make my mom happy. I want to make my dad happy. Making your mom happy, making your dad happy. Do you know that along the line of trying to make your mom happy and make your dad happy, you can put yourself in a generational curse or generational problem that tomorrow or next, your children will still repeat and continue the same thing you do? I know what you went through is not good at all. I know. Can I tell you something? Before a man will kill the lion of poverty in his father's house, there are things he must do. Behind everything happening in the life of a man or a woman or in his family, there is a cause. There is a root. Have you discovered what made your mom to be poor? Have you discovered what makes your dad to be poor? Have you sat yourself down and asked questions concerning your father's house, concerning your family? Before you become a family name, you must kill a family giant. Before you become a family name, before men begin to hear about you, a family that has not been heard from generation to generation, and you want to arise overnight and make that name of the family to be heard without going on the normal procedure, it will take your life. It will cost you your life. It will. There is no smoke without fire. There is no smoke without fire. If you want to be a family name, in fact, I promised my mother that they are going to be comfortable until they die. But that's true. But that way you are trying to make it is not the rightful way to do it. The rightful way to do it is this way I am going to tell you. It's this way. I am going to tell you. And which way is that? Number one, try your possible best to discover what is the fault and the problem of your family. Find out the cause and the problem of your father's house. Find out what dealt with your parents. Find out what dealt with your mother. Find out what dealt with your father. Find out what dealt with them. Any secret you cannot discover is a problem you cannot solve. Did you hear what I said? Any secret you cannot discover is a problem that will keep you on the floor until you die. You can't use gun and kill poverty. No. You can't even use your waist. You can't use your waist to solve that problem. Giving your mother money to eat has not solved the problem. It hasn't solved the problem. The only thing that will solve the problem is for you to know God. Know Jesus. Come to Jesus. Follow Jesus. That is the only way. If you don't know how to find out what dealt with your parents, can you give me a call? Call me. I will tell you how to find out family issues and family secrets. Don't be ignorant of the devices of the enemy. Let me tell you. Ndị Igbo si, nwata eto chọwa ife gburu nne ya egbu onya. Otuto fa na-eto abụrụ age. Otuto fa na-ekwu abụrụ age. And I just say this thing in my dialect, that my people said, when a child did not grow up to look for what killed the father or what killed the parents will kill him or her. They are not talking about normal age. They are talking about growing in wisdom, growing in knowledge, growing in understanding. That is what that proverb and that adage means. Do you want to know what is wrong with your family? Do you want to know how to handle that issue? Can't you see how young girls are dying today? Can I shock you? Can I shock you? If you don't take time now, you might sell your womb to make mom and dad happy. And you will get married tomorrow. They are waiting. Mama is waiting to come for Mugo, but there is no womb to carry the baby. Mama is waiting to hear that you are pregnant, but there is no womb where the baby will enter. Do you see? These are reasons why we must go close to Jesus. I love you. That's why the Lord have decided to use me to bring this information and this secret to you. Where you are looking for the greener pasture matters a lot. And the way you are looking for the greener pasture matters a lot. Don't forget, if you die along the line of trying to make mom happy and make dad happy in a wrong way, you cause them pains more than what they have gone through. Do you know that mom and dad was raising you up, struggling, suffering, fetching that water, using basin to fetch water in the room when it was raining? They are trying to protect your destiny because they know that even if they did not make it, that God can use you to put smile on their face. Why not to wait? There is time set for everything. I am waiting for your call. I am waiting for your call. I love you.